there's nothing that I think that Tony is going to show him that is going to make a difference in the grappling. I think the elbows is really, like, and I've said this I don't know how many times. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Dave tells me every time, he's like, you say the same thing every time about Tony. I'm like, look, the guy's extremely talented. He's fucking extremely good. Cardio out of the charts. He hits pretty hard. When he catches you at the end of the punches, he's got nasty, sharp elbows.
He's a lot stronger than he looks.
Yeah, he looks. So
he's got big hands.
He's got huge hands. He's not physically strong, but his strength is a wiry strength, like you said.
Yep.
And with that grip strength that he has, because he has such big hands, it's hard. You can't just pull your arm out or pull your wrist or roll your wrist out like you normally can against other people. But Khabib's dealt with all of that before. But I will go back and I said, like, look, Khabib had a little bit of a hard time with Conor in some of the exchanges on the takedowns because Conor did a very good job of controlling the wrist. If Tony does that, which he will, because that's exactly what he did when I fought him, and I've seen him do it to several other people after watching some of his fights. He gets wrist control. He does a great job at getting wrist control and controlling wrist control all the way back up to his feet if he wants to be on his feet. He does a good job of also attacking his submissions with his wrist control. So, yes, there is a threat there. But to think that Khabib's going to see something submission-wise that he hasn't seen already, that's not going to happen. There's so many guys that he's trained with, world-class jiu-jitsu guys, either at Henzo's or in Dagestan or any other place. There's nothing I think that he's going to show him and surprise him with submission-wise. That doesn't mean that he can't beat him. I think it's unlikely. I'm simply saying that. I think it's unlikely, and I'm not trying to. No, I'm not trying to.
You're not homering it.
I'm not homering this at all. I'm actually not homering this at all. But I have trained and competed with Khabib on a daily basis in the gym, and I've fought Tony to a shitty 15 minutes for me, and and I've seen Tony fight a bunch of times, and I've watched footage and tape on him a bunch of times. He's extremely talented. He's very good. I just outside of I think the cuts. I don't think there's a way for him to win. I think Khabib is definitely focusing on getting the takedown, staying out of the guard, and pushing into like a half guard position and controlling that side control type position. What?
That's the big thing for, in my opinion, is, and Eddie talked about, that Tony's wrestling is on a different level and stuff like that. No.
Different level than what?
You said he was on a different level because he's been doing it his whole life, so Khabib's not going to be able to just take him down like he thinks.
Khabib's been wrestling bears since he was fucking 5. What level do you want to fucking get into?
I'm being honest. I'm saying that's what he was talking about. But I look and I say the one thing that Khabib, you can look and go back in his fights, and you can look at his fights. He had problems with Gleason Tebow, and it wasn't that he wasn't winning the fight. He was winning the fight, but it was closer, and there was times when he was getting out-muscled and pushed off at times, and a lot of it can be, hey, that just wasn't a good day for Khabib too. I don't know. You can go back and watch his RDA fight, and he was not able to get past the guard of RDA, and that caused him some problems. And if he cannot get past the guard of Tony Ferguson, if he takes him down, it will present problems for Khabib.
Yes.
And so that's where I'm really looking. I think both of these guys can win this fight, and that's what makes it so interesting. Obviously, I think Khabib is the favorite. But I do know Tony, and I think Tony has the skill set that if he is able to do certain things, he can absolutely win this fight. And it's just a matter of those things like you're talking about. If he passes guard and gets into half guard, as soon as he gets to half guard, man, his odds are going way up.
Yeah.
Gets into side control, odds are going way up. Figure fours the legs on the takedown against the fence and rides himself into mount. Odds are going way up. But if he stays in, if he can't get past the legs of Tony and he gets caught in that guard position, he's going to have some problems. That fight is not going to be easy for him.
Yeah, it's I gotta tell, the elbows will make a big difference, and you gotta remember, you guys, if he gets a cut on the face in the first round, second round, whatever it is, like he gets lumped up, like you saw with Feller, it changes the dynamic of the fight from the beginning. It changes, and people are like, oh, he just got a little cut. It doesn't make a difference. That little tiny cut starts to swell, your eye starts to kind of shut, or if you get cut above the eye or anywhere up in the head, it just drips down into your face. everything becomes a fog. You know,
anything.
And
So
so
you get a little bump here. You're looking at that bump the whole time, and it
Yes.
kind of bothers you. And it's just that's the way it is.
like think about how much
I don't think Khabib's never been cut. Has he ever been cut?
I thought he had a little something on against either Ali Quinta or
Did he have a little mark?
something. He had something from one of his fights. I can't remember, but I think he had like a little cut under his eye. It wasn't anything bad. Yeah. It wasn't anything bad. It might have even been like a scratch. But I mean, anyways, yeah, I'm not I'm not disagreeing that he's going to be the most dangerous person he's fought, I think, to date.
It's only 2 months away.
I know.
Can't wait.
I know. I'm excited for that fight. I'm nervous, but I'm excited because I think that Khabib has all the ability to beat him, and I think Tony is the one that's going to give him not the most trouble, but the one that has the most potential to beat him, especially with cuts. You know, you get it in the wrong spot, and the doctor can be like, "Hey, it's over," and then what?
Especially in New York.
Yes, let's all not forget it's that fucking whack ass doctor that was there last time that stopped the Nate Diaz fight. I'm surprised they didn't go to Chicago. There's a big Russian population there. And that's probably, that's why we
There is a huge Russian
Yeah,
population.
I'm surprised they didn't go there. Interesting. I think it's going to be a great fight. I'm excited.
It is.
I want it to get there this time, and I think it will. I think they're both being cautious, both taking the time. When I talked to Khabib a week or two ago, he just asked, you come in and train, and one wants to train with people that make sure they understand how important it is and not to get hurt and that kind of stuff.
Someone's not going to try to do something that can end up